In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to couple this blouse. So what we're going to do, we're going to stitch it, couple it, and then shape it. So that's basically what we're going to do. So these are all of my pieces. After cutting, ironing all of my hairstay, my gum stay, my chest pad. So these are all of the pieces, okay? So that's the front, the center front. I've ironed my wording on it, and then that's the back piece. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I would appreciate if you would like this video, share it with your friends. So we're going to start. So this, what I'm joining right now, is actually the back piece. So the back piece is very easy. So what you are just going to do, you are joining along the dart lines. Remember the dart lines on our patterns. So that's what I am joining right now. So I'm just stitching it on it. That's, I'm just joining it together. So this is the center front, and then this is one side of the front. So by the way, I use the princess dart pattern, so I am going to be stitching from the down part. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, you're welcome. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, so you can see the way I'm joining the princess dart pattern. You're just going to take it easy. You don't want to rush it. Just take it easy, navigate the curves gently. Okay, so you can see, just gently, gently, gently. You don't have to rush it. Just make sure, set your machine speed at low. Yes, I think low is okay. And then just do a gentle tap with your footer, and then you stitch it. You don't want to rush it. Okay, so after that, I'm going to take the other side of the princess, that's the other left side. I'll place it together also. I'm trying to navigate the curve. So there are some curves on it. You can actually put notches, that's maybe like the underbars, the bust point. You can notch them, okay, and then so that would still give you, help you, guide you to sew it. Okay, so after everything, I'm going to open this and check. Most times at this point, you want to check for any pointy parts in the breast or the nipple side. So make sure you check that it is no part is pointy. If it is pointy, you have to stitch it again. So after that, you're going to open them in along the seam lines, and then you iron everything inside. Okay, so at this point, so I've checked, you can see I've ironed. It is looking good, it is well curved and rounded. So the next thing, you're just going to fold your front piece into two, and then you're going to take your back piece also. You're going to place them together on the zip allowance area. Place them together, make sure that everything is sitting properly. So the next thing, I'm going to mark my bust circumference, divide by 2, and then I'll add stitching allowance. So this stitching allowance I'm adding, I remember initially on my pattern, most times I normally use 2 inches. That's why I normally use 2 inches. So at this point now, I'll be left with 1 inch, just 1 inch that I'll add. Any other excess, I'll cut it out. That's why I always tell people it is better for the allowance to be too much than for it to be too small. Okay, so at this point, I'm trying to mark my neckline. So for the shoulder slope, I'm just trying to remove everything. Okay, make sure that no excess, that will avoid gaping. So for the neckline, I'm using 3.5 inches for the wide, and then 6 inches for the depth. But for this, if you know you have added your neckline on your pattern, you can just cut it out initially. But most times, if you know me, you have been following me, you find out that I usually like to cut my neckline after stitching like this. I always like to do that. I don't place necklines on my pattern, except if it is a neckline. Even if it is a style neckline, I'll still do it manually this way. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I want to check. So at this point, I was just trying to trim out everything. So I want to check the length of this half cut. If you notice, the blouse I'm making, this is the half cut. So you can see the way I'm placing my tape. I'm going to place that tape through the bust region, and then get it down, and then cut out any excess that I have. For instance, if my half cut is 19, I'll cut it. So that's the back point. So I'm opening the back. I did not open it before. So at this point, I'm going to get any excess out. There's any zipper bulge, so I'm going to cut them. But if you, all of this, if you did it on your pattern before, you don't necessarily need to do them again. So I'm going to take my lining piece, I'll place them together, make sure this is what makes or breaks a dress, especially for beginners, lining. So make sure that you place it properly, everything is sitting nicely, or else if when you finish, so it's going to rise up. So just make sure everything is looking properly, is seated well, and then you check it. Okay, so the next thing, we're going to move over to the machine to do the coupling. So for the coupling, I place, so for this, for some reason I don't know, the videos, a part got missing. So you take the down part, the right side of your fabric facing the right side of your lining, and place them together and sew it. So this was the back, but for the front, I'll show you guys how to actually do that. Okay, so yes, so this is the lining piece, and if you notice, I've added the down parts to the dress, so which I did not show, it was not necessary. So now you're going to place them like this. You can see the right side of the fabric facing the right side of the lining, and then you're going to stitch it with like half inch at the down part. Okay, it's a simple process. So once you stitch it at the down, you are going to bend it from the side and then pull it up a little bit, when I say little, small, and then sew the side and then sew the neckline. Okay, so for this you have to make sure that your lining is not gaping, that like maybe like the lining is not bigger or is smaller. It has to be equal, everything, that's like the side for it to sit. So at this point you would know if your dress is going to come out well. So you can see what I was trying to say, you bend it and sew it down. You can see you bend it like that and then stitch it to the end. Okay, after that you stitch the neckline. So you can see I've stitched the neckline. At this point you will check it. If you have any issues, lose it and do it again. But when you check it, you see that everything is okay. So you can see how my blouse is looking. You can see the inside. You see they're very neat and clean. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, want to close the zip allowance area. So for you to close the zip allowance area, depends on how many inches you use for your zip allowance. At this point you are going to mark your zip allowance. Note, zip allowance are not straight. Okay, so you can see the way I bent it as I was marking mine. So the next thing I want to do, I want to join them on the shoulder area, like join them. So you can, after marking that zip allowance, you can decide to join it before you join the shoulder. Okay, so the next thing, you're going to join the shoulder, the two shoulder, and then join the zip allowance part. After that, I'll show you guys. So you can see this is the blouse. You can see it is seated well. You see inside is very neat and clean. Okay, so this is the final measurement. I've marked the bust line, I marked the under bust. Note all of these lines, if not your blouse shape will not be good. That's the waistline. You can see the way I marked all the line, 11, 15, 18. So now on those lines, that's where I'm going to place all of my measurements. So my bust circumference, I'm going to divide that into two, and then I'm going to place it. Can you see the way I am placing it? So once you do this to your blouse is going to be perfect, like literally perfect. But if you are placing your measurement on the wrong side, let me just reserve my comment. Okay, so that's the under bust, on this exact under bust line, which was 15, and then that's the waist, which is 18. You can see the way I'm placing the waist measurement, or the tummy measurement, divide by 2. So after everything, I'm going to curve them. That's like join those lines together. So once I do it from here, depends on the shape that it gives me, I know that my blouse is going to come out fine. Can you see the shape it gave me already? You see it is looking good. And okay, so at the end of the day, this is our blouse looking good. Thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you. Subscribe.